Well, it's very important, whenever anybody's in an accident and they're seriously injured, a lot of times they're in a hospital, they're under a lot of medication. People call them, they visit them in their hospital room. Sometimes the insurance adjusters call right away and try to take a recorded statement, and that's not fair. And many times the questions that are asked of the injured individual are skewed in such a way that there's no right answer. We've always heard that story about when was the last time you beat your wife? Well, wait a minute, I never was beating my wife. But they ask a question in a way that they trap you into an answer, which isn't appropriate or isn't fair. And you should have the benefit of an experienced representative representing your rights. And it's very important for the Goodwin and Scieszka law firm. We've been representing people for over 26 years. That's injured people that we've seen, thousands of families that we've reached out to and we've protected from the insurance company. And remember, if there's a drunk driver involved in an accident, the drunk driver's not calling you. It's the insurance company for the drunk driver. These are seasoned professionals, people that have been around the industry for a lot of years, asking all kinds of questions, trying to trample on your rights. It's very important to call a lawyer right away to protect your rights. We can make sure that we get all the compensation you're entitled to. As a lawyer that's been handling these cases for over 26 years, I know the courtrooms, I know the judges in the Metro Detroit area, even outside the Metro Detroit area. I understand the values of the cases, which you may not understand the value of the case. I understand the law and the pitfalls in the law, and whether or not you have a case that we can proceed to trial with, or is it a case that we want to settle out of court based on maybe the client's own history of other litigation or the client's own history of pre-existing injuries. And also, we don't want an insurance company telling you just because you had a bad back in the past means that you don't get any money in the future. That's not the law. And many times, these insurance adjusters misstate the law, and they're not lawyers, and they try to get you to settle very cheap, very early, and once you sign that paper, you can't come back. I've seen so many times where people were injured. Let's say they were complaining about a neck problem. They didn't realize that what their problem was, as the pain was radiating into their shoulder, they didn't realize that what they had was a torn rotator cuff. So they could have settled their case early on as a result of just this neck injury. Then 6 months later, the doctors finally discover, it's really not your neck. You did have a neck injury, but the source of your pain is from your torn rotator cuff. And therefore, you need surgery. And then you've got 18 months of rehab and all the bills that come with that and all the pain and suffering that comes with that. We don't want you to settle your case too soon. We want to make sure we protect your rights.